Bill T from Let's Talk Dubs, and Andy Finch from Spike's Custom Paint in the UK. Andy's the gentleman who built Zorba, and this is the gentleman who requested Zorba to be built. What was the reason that it went to Andy, out of curiosity?
Well, we're standing in my garage, and he had seen the car sitting there for a year, and he's like, come on, mate, send me the car. I'll put it together in a month. And I'm like, I'll get to it. All right. He says, Russell's got extra room on the container. And I said, but I don't want to go deep. I don't want to build some crazy show car. I just want to build like just a scuff and shoot. Let's just get. He's like, yeah, no problem. I'll have this thing put together in a month.
The car was pretty clean.
He looked at it. Hold on. He looked at it. Like, he inspected it. He was like, yeah, mate, let's do it. Let's do it, mate.
Bear in mind, this has just been freshly restored from some shop in Florida, so it was a little bit moody, but it wasn't bad. It was pretty good, shiny, you know, a few bits and pieces, but it wasn't that bad to look at.
I've seen it myself. It was actually a really nice looking car. You would have sworn it was like they're talking about a scuff and shoot. Now, the reality of it though, this thing shows up in the UK, and what are you dealing with when that car arrives?
Well, we had a quick look at it because when it was in his garage, the panels weren't on the car.
Yeah.
So when it turned up at mine, the panels are on it, obviously for shipping. And then we just noticed the fact that, well, the deck lid doesn't seem to fit in the hole.
Yep.
And the doors are a little bit, a bit sketchy. And the bonnet, well, that really wasn't very good. So then we started to inspect it. I then spoke to Bill and said, listen, we might have a few problems with it, even going back together probably. And he, oh man, just do whatever you got to do. So when someone says to me, do whatever you got to do, that's what's getting done. So the first thing we did was we just bare metaled it out in my shop.
Yeah.
And we just found an absolute horror. And it was an absolute horror.
I bet. I bet.
The conversation that I then had to have with Bill, which I didn't really want to have, was the car's no good. You know, there's the photos. Go away, make a decision, let me know what you want to do.
Because it went a little crazy. It started out like I have a 2276 built for the car. He's like, he flies back before the car shipped. He's like, no worries for the motor, I got it handled. I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, I found a 1600. I'm like, 1600, bro? We're doing a big motor, I got it sitting here. He's like, no, mate. We're putting a 1600 in it, that's it. We're just keeping it cheap and easy, all that. You know, that's how the whole thing was going, right?
Yep.
So this was on a budget, and I said, I should ship these wheels over. And he's like, hold on. I said, is there a place up there that cuts the centers out, puts them on 17-inch hoops, all stuff? So the car shows up, I find out this, I'm like, well, this has happened. Might as well
pull the pin.
Might as well pull the pin.
Go for it.
He's like, let's do it. Let's get custom wheels instead of shipping me those wheels or whatever. So then we fire up, we call Rims Incarnated.
Yeah.
These guys blew it out of the water. I mean, they did a set of wheels.
You'll see in a moment, guys. They're beautiful.
How long? How long?
6 weeks.
6 weeks start to finish.
Yeah.
From rendering to finished wheels on the car. Like,
awesome.
Ready to go. And then, so then once that pin was pulled, it was like, okay, whatever. And originally it was Zorba the Ghia. We're just going to do a classy interior and just be that.
The sea blue with the white roof is kind of what inspired the Zorba thing already.
And then I get there and I'm looking at the, we're talking about the other Ghia he built, and I really liked the whole roof and the original concept on the roof. I thought, oh, the graphics on the Mark Gonzalez. I have a Mark Gonzalez that's got the spots and the triangles. I said, let's do something like that. Then I thought, well, that doesn't really work with Zorba.
Nope.
And then I said, no, dude, we're gonna do this crazy Greek flag draped over. And then I just said, you know what? Just figure something out. Here's what I want. And we're building it off this ribbon of upholstery with a Greek key on it. Like this is Zorba, it starts here. And
you had to work with just the inspiration of Greek keys on that.
That's it. And this bit of ribbon, which I'm not even going to lie, I hated it from the very start. I hated every bit of it, the way it was made, I didn't like it, and I tried everything to talk him out of using this stuff.
Yeah.
Or we were going to make something that was similar to it, and no, adamant, you're putting this in my car. I said, okay, we can turn it around. No, that's what you use.
Are you saying Bill's stubborn?
Yeah, very.
Bill's set in his ways. He ain't changed his mind. When he says he's doing something, he's doing it. He ain't gonna change it.
You know, my trimmer, exactly the same. We can't use this. This is what he's saying to me. We can't use this. I said, listen, there's Bill's number. You two deal with it. A week later, my trimmer rings up. We're using this trim. I'm just doing what he tells me from now on.
he's sending me every video like, this isn't gonna work. This is not good. You know, this is gonna fall apart. I said, I don't care. That is Zorba. That's going in the car. And the whole genesis behind Zorba is when I got the car and I was gonna slap it together, I put it up on the lift in my garage. You look on a post from September 14th of 2022. It's in my garage. The Greek flag is above it. And I said, that's it. This car is gonna be Zorba The Ghia. And then I just started going with that theme, right? And so we had a lot of back and forth, and he was like, no, this isn't happening. I said, I don't know who you built cars with before, but we're doing this. And then I'd send him stuff. He's like, this is lame. This sucks. What are you doing with all this stuff? And then as we the project, I said, just trust me on this. Trust me.
Have you ever had an owner be so involved in their build?
No.
No. Or let's say so strong-minded.
No.
Like these are the things you're using.
Most of my customers do get involved in my builds, you know, to a point.
Yes.
But then I normally have the last say.
Yeah.
You know, if I don't like it, then that's what happens.
That's it.
Because I refuse to put something to a build that I don't like, or it's going to make my
100%.
build look rubbish. Yeah. And then by no means does anything we've done here look rubbish. It looks amazing.
No.
But in my brain at that time when we started this thing, I thought that ain't going to work. That's not going to work. What are we doing? And some of the stuff which you'll see on this car, you understand what I mean. But when now it's on the car, it looks so good.
It does.
You know, and
Yeah,
the way
it does.
you know the lads that work for me have put this job together. You know, we've all been involved in this so much.
Yep.
That they've also put their own input into it and shown stuff. And they said, let's do this. My trimmer especially, you know, Jay, who's pretty much put the car together. There's so much stuff he's done in this build, which is just amazing. You know, which I think he's going to love. So,
Yeah.
you
Awesome.
know.
So really the purpose of building this, I had a Type 34 Ghia before.
Yep.
I sold it, and as it drove away, I was regretting selling it. right?
Immediately.
And so then I thought, but you know what? I got another one, secured it, and then when I started going down the road to Zorba, I started thinking about, you know, I wanted to build something that's kind of a tribute to our heritage.
G down, Greeks. And to our father.
Come on over.
And a tribute to my dad, some stuff like that. So anyway, enough with the nonsense, bro. Let's
All right,
let's look at the car.
we're gonna look at the car now.
Stand over this way. You've got to remember, he hasn't seen this car. Yeah, no, he has not seen this car. Bits and pieces. He hasn't actually seen the car as a whole car as yet. So.
See?
Waiting to
Look.
see the car, so I'll show them the car.
Show them the car. Show them. Holy crap.
What do you
Yeah.
think?
Bro,
I thought you'd seen it before.
I haven't seen the
No.
car.
God, awesome.
This freaking thing is unreal, man. Holy crap. Look at that roof. I don't know why I'm getting emotional. I mean, I'm you know, I'm not getting emotional because it's a car. I'm getting emotional because of the, you know, the
You know what it took?
the inspiration behind the car, my family, my heritage. I love the car. I love Volkswagens. I love all my friends that I make through these cars. So that is unbelievable. That's
it not?
freaking gangster, bro.
Is it not?
That is so sick, dude. If you hate that, you're a loser, bro. Like, if you look at that, you can throw any shade on that, bro. You suck. That is freaking. Look at this color, bro.
Do you want to see under the hood?
Oh my gosh, yeah. Let's, holy crap. Hold on. Show people
pop your hood.
show people the hood prop.
Hang on, while you open up that door, can we see that interior?
Holy crap, bro. Look at that freaking steering wheel, bro. That is freaking,
Where'd you get that steering wheel from?
that is gangster. Oh, I got that from George. Just a 14-inch GTV custom painted. That's freaking gangster, bro. That is so freaking sick, dude. Holy crap.
So smooth the way that
Did you
opens
see that?
too.
Did you see the hood pop? Show them the hood
Opens
pop
like
on there.
butter. The doors open and shut like butter on this car. It's beautiful.
Holy crap, bro.
I got him.
What are those wheels? Those things are sick.
Custom
Those are
made.
custom made. Oh, that's freaking sick, dude. Look at that. Look at that freaking air tank, bro.
This thing has front air shocks on it for raising the front up. Line bug, I believe.
Bro, it still smells like fresh paint, bro. That is so sick. Look, and how everything, all the, this is this all Cerakoted, all these pieces?
Yeah, sure.
Look at that, bro. That's like a bronze. That's so freaking sick, dude.
It is.
Bro, that is insane. That is so crazy. What's that?
Go look in the car.
Shuts like butter too. So ridiculous.
You like that?
Oh, I love it, bro.
I was gonna say, what is
That's crazy, bro.
does that mean something?
It's a Greek
Bro, I don't even know who can throw some shade on
so
this
that was
thing,
like
dude.
the inspiration behind the majority of the stuff on the car. Hey, read the shifter. Be somebody, drive a Cadillac.
Not a Cadillac.
That's the way you should react when you get a car built. That's the way you should react.
That is wild.
How you doing, brother?
It says on the shifter, which I stole from Giannis, who's our Greek ball player, but it says, "I am my father's legacy." Holy crap, bro. I never thought I'd get emotional in a car, bro. These freaking door panels. Look at the speaker grills. Look at this thing. It's just unbelievable. And the gold accents. Like, who's got... Bro, you might have a 14-inch MPG TV wheel, but you ain't got a gold one that's wrapped in leather, bro.
Is that gold for real?
Gold for real, straight up. It's the GF on the back means.
That's GFR.
Can I... Andy, I'm going to start it up.
It was ridiculous.
Let's just pull it out to the sun.
Stalker, dual carbs. Insane.
Oh, bro.
Air down that front if it will. Just make sure we raise it before we put it back in.
Bro, how do we turn the beats on, bro?
How do you turn the what on?
The stereo. All right, we'll do. Hey, George.
Yo.
So you need
I need you to give me your passcode and go to my break-in song, bro.
What's your breaking song?
Don't worry, bro.
What song you looking for, Bill?
Okay, you go ahead.
Atmosphere.
The volume's on your phone, that's it, yeah?
Already scuffed it up. That's up, bro.
When I made the big choice, God didn't spoke to me about my thin voice. It ain't like I was handed a mission. I won't front up. Just
Bro, that's sick, dude.
I guess it's best to check
Congratulations, bro. Bill crying.
Bro,
wow. The turntables plugged in.
This is gonna be the car's theme song at all times, dude.
Just a
Keep it simple, stupid. That's the best way. It'll run every day.
Well, that's the thing, right? Get in this car and just go freaking drive, dude.
All right, Bill. So now you've seen the car. What did you think?
Oh, well, when I first saw the car, I got like, I mean, because when I started this, it was kind of a joke in the beginning, like, oh, but we're going to call it Zorba The Ghia because the blue and the white. And then the more I thought, no, I'm going to do this car like for Dad, you know, like to remember Dad and our heritage and all this stuff. And I thought, you know, I have this idea of what we're going to do. And then because I never saw the roof detail, I never saw the interior. I saw the seats just by themselves.
You saw pieces.
I saw one door panel by itself. And then I saw the wheels, obviously, because I had to prove the wheels and all that stuff. But when I saw the whole thing come together, and the roof is just unbelievable, bro. Like I saw the roof, and then I kind of made a comment joking because Giannis Antetokounmpo, who plays for the Bucks, which is my son's favorite player, he was raised in Greece, right? And so people in Greece, if you speak Greek, they consider you Greek, like you're part of the family out of the gate, right? And so he's got a lot of Greek tradition. On the first pair of shoes he released, he put on the bottom, "I am my father's legacy," and I thought, oh, that's pretty cool. Kind of like he made it, and he just got to put that there. And I thought, all these cars that we build, we kind of build them to a style, like build them cow look or like this. And then this, I was like, no, we're just going to do this one like, because it's got a lot of Andy in it, like how low it sits, that's Andy. Like Andy sits like street low, right? So, but with the collaboration of like his skill, my ideas, our back and forths with this whole thing. And what was interesting is I'd give him like, you're gonna put these bits on the car. He's like, no, those are lame, dude. We're not doing those. They're going on the car. You got to figure out where they're going. But here's a few suggestions. And then as it started moving, inching forward little by little, he really kind of got into it. And really the big thing is like his guys at the shop just did such a phenomenal job.
The attention to detail is
Jay,
insane.
Chris, Megan, all of them. I mean, and Jay freaking smashed it with the stereo, dude. Like I want to, because we're in his car and we're driving to the show in the Netherlands, and I was like, that's where the motor comes from, right? Like no big motor, just a cruiser. We're on the highway just doing 70 mile an hour, just listening to the stereo. I'm like, bro, what happened to the days, dude, of just like getting in your car and just driving it, right? Not sweating about the motor, the temperature and all this stuff. And so when he got the car, he's like, we're doing a 1600. I was like, all right. But now they got the stereo. I'm stoked, bro, because now I got the small alternator from my boy Justin, Type 3 Army.
Critter.
So now I got
Critter actually gave you something else.
The
in the
mirrors
car.
too, the Albert mirrors, bro.
Mirror
Shout out to that, because the freaking mirrors, that alternator idles at like 13 and change or something like that. So the stereo is just freaking rumbling, dude. You know, and when we were in the car driving, I thought that's my favorite thing about being in my car is like driving and jamming my stereo. You know, because it's one thing to like drive your car and then you gotta listen to the motor all the time, but now it's like just get in it, cruise it. You know, not too much to worry about with the stock setup. So,
is there a particular detail that's your favorite that you saw, or maybe had the most wow factor?
There's so like. The gold steering wheel blew me away.
Yeah.
Like the gold, it started off with a rare 14-inch GTV wheel, right? And then did it gold, like did the center of the wheel gold, which is like, everybody's got a GTV.
Yeah.
Who's got a 14-inch? Well, who's got a gold 14-inch? That's leather wrapped, you know what I mean? So it's like, it's just cooler, more specific details of like, and this car was built over the phone, like, yeah, let's do this, let's do that. And he's like, okay, he got to a point, he says, I'm not showing you anything else. Now at this point, the next time you see the car is gonna be when it's done, because he showed me a small spray out of the paint, and I was like, yeah, I dig it. I wanted a sea blue metallic to keep tradition, and the Greek flag is sea blue and white, you know, which is what inspired the whole Zorba undertone. But I mean, the roof is just crazy. The roof is like traditional, classic. That's a timeless design, and it's not pigeonholed one way or the other. It's not lowrider style. It's not mini truck style. It's just like it accents the car. You know, the way the car is done. So the shifter was wild. The way he did the gold ball for the shifter, because I kept thinking like, oh, we'll get one of those Greek lady shifters or something. And then on the Type 34 Ghia, the cones in the center of the gauges are standard gold. Then we did the gold wheels. He says, I'm gonna have to do some gold bits in the interior. I said, yeah, we should do this, we should do that. He goes, all right, mate. Like, he's getting off the phone, right? We're not getting too much detail. And then he sent me pictures of him spraying stuff out in gold, and I was like, how's that gold gonna work? And as you see in the car, it freaking works perfect. It's like just enough gold, because you can go too far. You can take it where it's too far, but there's enough, a couple chrome pieces, some gold, some this, and a little bit. It just freaking nailed it. I mean, like, for me, the stance in the car is ridiculous, just the way that it sits and the way it looks. But the whole thing, like when you're standing 5-10 feet from the car and you just see the Greek key on the seats, You know what I mean? Like
Yes, sir.
it grabs your attention. Like, what's this? And then you start getting closer, and you get up on the roof, and you just see the whole. You know, so it's like, how can you pull off a car giving it a theme without like ruining it?
Without theming it out too
like,
much.
Yeah. So,
Where it gets cartoony almost, like a little.
but I love what I love about the Type 34 Ghia is obviously the exterior. It's just the most beautiful car Volkswagen ever built. The interior of Type 34s are what I love the most.
So big.
They're roomy, the curved dash. It's like no other Volkswagen. You know what I mean? You got
Agreed.
a lot of room. And now that this thing's got the freaking stereo in it, all that stuff. And I drove his Ghia yesterday, so getting in and out of that 3 or 4 times, I sure am glad I got a Type 34, bro, because
we are not
they're
built for
bigger
Ghias,
and
so.
the roof's taller when you get in, so it's a little bit it's more. It's
More
more
spacious.
spacious, yeah. It's a
You
lot.
feel like you have elbow room
yeah,
when you get in.
yeah, for sure. And
The way
door
that
panels,
dash curves away, you almost feel like it's far away
well,
from you, you know?
And if you look at the door panels, they've got the speaker grill that's pressed in, the speared door panel, like the lower
Pockets
layer. Right,
at the bottom.
pockets. Yeah. And that we got, when I saw Rourke O'Rourke's Ghia, like I got a lot of inspiration. And that's what's great. When you see, like when I first saw Rourke's car, I was like, what?
Refresh people on what's
That's the
Rourke.
gold car. I did a video on my YouTube channel.
The Ferrari-inspired
It's the Ferrari
interior?
inspired interior.
Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of a bronze car. It's got a bunch of different unique bits to it. But the best part of a hobby is when you see something that inspires you and gives you a little bit of an idea to kind of play off, like, I want to do this, but I don't want to copy the guy.
Yeah, it's not a direct copy, but
Right.
it's an inspiration that gave you
Correct.
like, I'd like
Correct.
to add a little bit more to my interior than just stock panels of flatness.
Yeah, and I think after a look at this car, I think this car is going to inspire some people.
I hope so.
You know what I mean? Because when you see something fresh and new on the scene that just is
Yeah.
a little bit out of step, but not so far out of step
Not
that it
gimmicky.
loses the undertone of the Volkswagen feel. You know? So yeah. I'm stoked, bro. Like, nailed it. German engineering, Italian design, and Greek theme, bro. It all came together.
I'm very stoked for it. I think the car came out gorgeous. I think Andy nailed it.
Oh, no
And
question.
I know where your emotion was coming from because
Right.
yeah.
I wasn't even expecting. I was like, man, you know, I mean, I'm normally like, oh, that's cool, because he'd be like, hey, check this out. I'm like, that's rad.
Yeah.
And he's like, he's not giving any emotion. I'm like, and I'm
Yeah.
normally like, oh, it's cool. Yeah, right on. You know,
I
like,
actually told him because he was so nervous about it. Like a month or so when he called me, he's like, I said, hey man, really lower your standards on Bill's reaction. I said, I've expected some major reaction from him before and got like, just nothing. I said, so really lower your standards. But I knew when I saw the shifter,
Bro.
I said, that's going to touch Bill
Bro, that guy-
immediately.
that got me into feels for real, dude.
Yeah,
Like,
it did.
when I saw that, because even when I read that, when I saw that guy did that for his dad, I just thought, like, that's pretty awesome to do that. You know,
It is.
as a tribute, because when we leave this world, right, we just leave things behind.
That's it.
And at least this will be left behind for somebody one day. And but for now, I'm enjoying the
It sounds
car.
like Ronnie, your
Yeah,
daughter,
my
claimed
daughter
it.
already laid
She already
claim
claimed
to
it.
So
So we have that documented on video. So
Yeah.
Ronnie claimed it. Sorry, boys.
yeah, no, it's rad. It's rad, bro. It came out way nicer than I expected. Like
Yeah.
this, I was happy sending the car, just getting a scuff and shoot, throw it together, and drive it, even with the stock, the other wheels that I
Yeah,
have, all this stuff.
yeah.
And now it's like, I mean, this is like
Way past what you wanted.
way more. So,
Way.
yeah, I love it.
In a good way.
No,
in a really, really good way.
100%. You know,
Beautiful car. I hope
So,
you're happy with it.
Yeah, I'm super jacked, dude.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks, Bill. All right, we're here with Andy Finch, the gentleman who did all this beautiful work you see on this Ghia here. So I know that you and I were talking and you were very nervous about the reveal to Bill.
Yeah, absolutely.
So how do you feel about his response on it?
Happy and surprised at the same time.
Yeah.
Knowing Bill, I haven't known him that long, obviously, but I know everything's very like, yeah, whatever, and blasé. So to see him react in the way he did, I think we done the right job.
I think so too. I think this is one of the, and this isn't because it's my brother's car, you're here, this is one of the most beautiful Volkswagens. Not even specified Type 3. This is one of the most beautiful Volkswagens I've ever seen in my life.
Wow.
Honestly.
Oh, thanks.
The level of work that you and your team do is absolutely amazing in my opinion. And coming from someone who does it for a living and knows how much work it takes to get this, the amount of time you guys have in this vehicle is surreal, and to have it done in 5 months absolutely blows my mind. So shout out to you and your crew over there for getting such a beautiful car
Yeah.
done in such a short amount of time.
Yeah.
With the collaboration with my brother, and you had to put your own twist on a lot of those things.
Yep.
Are you happy with the way everything turned out, or would you have done anything differently on the car?
I'd like to say I would have changed things, but when it's now done, I think it's absolutely exactly how it should be, and I wouldn't change a single thing on it. And I'm not just saying that because he's over there. I literally just, I wouldn't change a thing on it. I'm super, super happy with the way it all has turned out.
Awesome. Well, I tell you what, I'm not speaking for Bill, I'm speaking for myself. This is one of the coolest Volkswagens I've ever seen in my life. And I'm so stoked to have any small little part of it, if it was just to recover it and hide it from my brother for 4 or 5 days. I'm happy to be a part of this, and I know you have to be so super proud of this as a build.
I am I can't do this stuff on my own. You have to understand, I have a team of us. I say a team, there's 3 of us, really, who do this work. There's Jay, and who does all the fitting and the finishing on them, and obviously Chris, who helps me with all the rest of the build, the polish, and everything like that. Yes, I painted it, and yes, the painter always takes the credit. I don't care what anyone says, but I have to credit my team for listening to me when I was really pushing them hard, when they were telling me that I don't think we can get this done in this time frame, and I said, listen, without saying you've got to do it, I said, well, it's not my fault, it's actually not Bill's fault, and it's no one's fault that the car wasn't what we expected it to be, and the fact that I wanted it for this show. I wanted it for this show, and I wanted to maybe showcase some of the stuff that we can do. And Bill was financing the build, which obviously it always helps. I got to give credit to them because they did put up with me and they did do exactly what we asked, and I couldn't have asked any more of them from in the time frame we've done. And that is it. I mean, the guy at the front, the guy at the head of the business always takes the credit, and I will take the credit for this car, trust me. But you've got to understand that.
Well deserved.
Yeah, but I can't, as a team, we work so well together, and we all know what we want, and they've all got their own input into it. The stereo, which Jay did, he pretty much built the stereo himself, and there's no room in the back of this stuff, to do these things. And he wanted it. My trimmer, who's just done the most amazing job with the trim.
Beautiful.
And in the time frame and what he wanted and what Bill was telling him to do. I want this, I want this, I want this, and I want this. And I said, okay, well, we need to do this, and we also need to do this, and it all worked out so well. The chrome, we had to do everything because everything on this car, it was all smoke and mirrors, the whole thing. It turned up, the chrome, the guy who did the chrome in Vegas, funnily enough. Horrible. I don't know who it was, I'm not going to name anyone, but it was so bad, it looked like a child had done it. So we had to have, that was another whole bunch of money which he didn't want to spend, which we hadn't budgeted for. Yeah. Which had to be done.
There was quite a bit of that because obviously when this thing arrived to you, it needed extensive metal repairs.
Oh, absolutely.
It wasn't just scuff and shoot. No. It was replace rockers, replace front ends, replace rear ends. Yep. I mean, an insane amount of metalwork for something that's still done in 5 months. So
yeah, John Brewster, who done all the metalwork, is in my metal shop, which is luckily right next door to us. Again, I pushed hard on him to do it. And he did it in a very, very short space of time because I said I've got to have the car back on this date because
there's a container leaving on X date. Yeah, there's no pushing this. No, it leaves on this date.
And when John gives a car back, we only had then 8 weeks from metalwork to finish car. Yeah. So the rest of it was taken up by all the rest of the metalwork, sourcing the parts. Type 3 headquarters in Germany who sorted out all the parts that we couldn't find. The guys from the Type 34 club, Simon Kelly, I've got to mention Simon Kelly, who just put up with me ringing him every day of the week. I need this part, I need this part, I need this part. Well, okay, and he gave me some of his prototype stuff. Yeah. Some of the seals, which are the only set are on this car.
Oh wow.
Because he had made them, and he said, well, do you know what? This is the only set I got, you have them. So, awesome. We've done really well with some of the stuff. And the people who have always, who want to help. And
it takes a village always on any car. I don't care what it is. It takes a village to build them. Yeah. Even past your crew. Yeah. The external village that does all the other work and to source all the parts and everything. So.
The chassis, which was done, James Watton from VW Performance, who does all my chassis work. I'm not a mechanic. I don't pretend to be a mechanic. So he does all my chassis work for us. And I said, right, we've got to do this. Blasted the floor pan. Floor pan was finished. It was nice, and it had all the holes in it. We couldn't get floor pans for it, so he had to repair it. And he spent all that time doing that. The gearbox, the engine which we found, and everything came together. He done it in such a short space of time that not one person let me down on this build. Not one person. You know, Kingstown Shipping, who've shipped the car, at lastminute.com, they've arranged everything. You know, it's bizarre really that everyone wanted to help on this build.
Yeah.
You know, to get to this point, people that don't know anyone here, they're friends of mine in England, because I'm saying to them, I need some help, I need this, I need that. And not one person said, oh, I can't help you. You know, the shippers, I said, I need the car there. It's got to leave on this date. It's got. They pulled all the strings to get it in the container to get it here. So, you know, I can't thank everybody enough who's helped with this build. So, even though, like I said, I will take the credit for this build, there is so many other people who have helped with this car, you know, to get it to this point.
Well, thank you very much, Andy. It's a beautiful car. We really appreciate your hard work. And speaking as one of the Tsakanos brothers, like the memory of my father in this thing will live on forever. And thank you very much for that, my friend.
Lovely. Thank you ever so much. Cheers.
All right, guys, that's going to do it. You saw Zorba. She's right there under wrap still keeping her hidden for a bit because we want people to really want to come see it. You notice you didn't see a lot of detail in there. That was done on purpose because we want you guys to head over to the Orleans Hotel and Casino October 3rd through the 5th for one crazy weekend. Brought to you by Impy, Let's Talk Dubs, The Wagon, Las Vegas Volkswagen Club, Damn Volks, Nevada Off-Road Buggy, SoCal Speed Shop, VW Trans, Ross Wolf. We got all kinds of heads that are sponsoring this thing. Spikes, he's a sponsor. The dude that built that car, he's a sponsor, that's for sure. We're hoping to have a great time. We got Friday, meet and greet and a strip cruise. Saturday daytime, we got a car show. Saturday evening, the world famous LTD poker run with your chance to win $1,100 for first place. We had to lower that for legal reasons, otherwise it's taxable, kids. So $1,100 for first place. Second place is going to come up because that first place went down. Third place will come up because that first place went down. But we are going to have a good time, guys. So come on out. I got videos in the can already for this dude that just need a ton of editing. My last video was an hour and something long. It's insane. And then even the last video on it, we got one more video coming after that. But your boys put in the work. I got plenty of footage. It's just getting the sit down time to edit. I have literally been working for 12 days straight because we are trying to get ready for a car show. This thing is a major undertaking that we took on. We got other cars that we've been trying to get ready for and others that have been already in and out to make sure that they are at that show. So your boys putting the work in. We got videos filmed. It's just a matter of getting that time to actually sit down and dial them in. And I'm trying to get them done for you guys because I want to make sure that this is a channel worth following. So be patient with me, guys. I'm trying my best. We're gonna get some footage out to you this week. You got this video, and I'm hoping like 2 days after this one drops, you're gonna get another one. So we get some work back in there instead of just little fancy dancy stuff we're doing right now. So your boy's going home. It's another late night at the shop. Don't forget, October 6th at the Wagon, we're gonna be riding bicycles. You're gonna see downtown Las Vegas in a way you never have on a bicycle. Can't get any better than that. We got bikes of all kinds. You want to ride a mountain bike? I'll let you ride my mountain bike. You want to ride a beach cruiser? Yeah, I don't know about that one. That's a nice one. I got that piece of crap I might let you ride. But I ain't letting nobody ride my big rippers unless I know you by name and we are homies. So sorry about that, kids. But hope to see you out here for the one crazy weekend finish off, the Wagon Bike Ride. October 6th, 9 a.m. Riding out by 9:45. Let's do this, kids. Let's have a good time this weekend. Let's work off some of that alcohol you drank over the weekend. Get you fit as a fiddle, ready to rock it for when you're going home. All right, kids, we'll see you with some more content coming up soon.